Hi guys, I'm Annabelle and welcome to Miko Village. We are back with more Clash of Corgis. This time we're going to play Capture the Illusionist. So join me at the table and let's play it. Alright, so we are ready to capture the Illusionist. So in this game we're trying to reveal the Illusionist of our opponent, and if we do and they cannot save their Illusionist by playing an ace or discarding an ace, then we're one step closer to winning because we have to do that twice. It's only a two-player game, and what you do is you pick a color or a suit, if you would, and get all the cards of different rank from that suit. And one of them, of course, is going to be your Illusionist, who is the guy you're trying to hide, and one of them is going to be the ace, which can help you save your Illusionist. This is a type of memory game, which I'm horrible at. But I figured because I'm horrible, so there are two cards, because I'm horrible, I might be able to get away with doing a run through and I would forget the hidden information from everybody. And if not, at least you'll get a feel for what the game feels like. So supposed to shuffle. The game actually says that you can let your opponent cut the deck for you, and then that's it. You're not supposed to shuffle anymore. But I mean, I'm the only one here, so but just in case. So what you do is you're going to create two rows of 4 cards each, so 8, and then you're going to have 3 cards left over, which are going to go into your hand. So we'll put them here, and we'll look at them a little later. Oh well, I just kind of looked at them now, but we'll just leave them like that, and then we're going to do the same for the opponent, or player 2. And by the way, I believe that right now, player 1 has won one of the games, player 2 has won another of the games, so this is the tiebreaker, even though they're different games, so it shouldn't work like that, but we're going to say that it does. Okay, so by the way, I need to leave, so this is your 2 rows of cards, but you're also going to leave some space here for exposed cards, which is a term that we've seen in other games of Clash of Corgis before, and basically means that your cards are exposed. Alright, so, and then there's his 3 cards, and off we go. And again, the game uses, just like in previous versions or different variants of Clash of Corgis, uses a player aid because we will be activating cards. You need to use one of your activated powers to reveal the Illusionist of your opponent. Anyway, so let's go through a turn. So the first thing you can do on a turn is you can have some insight, which means because you have no idea where your Illusionist is, unless it's in your hand, like this guy who got lucky, and he knows exactly where his Illusionist is. But you know, what if he wasn't in his hand? Then he would need to go find him to kind of keep him protected, or at least you also want to look at cards, at least to know where he is. And you also want to look at cards because remember, you're going to activate a card. So, and eventually your cards will be revealed and you'll see that happening. So let's say that I mean, I really don't want to get the information if I don't have to, but I guess we will. So he knows that that's his aid, which is great because now he knows that that card is the one that he needs in case his Illusionist is ever in danger. So actually that was a good reveal. The second thing we do, and you can use the A whether it's hidden, whether it's revealed in your hand, wherever it is. The second thing you do is you can play a card either from here, which means you would have to expose it or turn it over and activate it, or you can play one from your hand, which probably makes more sense, but I don't really know. Well, once you know, and you might find an ability that's in one of your cards that you might want to play. But for now, I think we're going to try one of these in his hand. So his options are a 1 or a 3. I think we might have to go with the 1. It's going to be tough. Well, I know my Illusionist is in my hand, so because let me show you why. Alright, so if I use number 1, which is the Oracle, which gives me future insight, privately look at one of your hidden cards in the front row or your back row, then you need to activate another card. So, and of course, so this is going to make me play another card, and the only card I know about is the ace. And then the number 3, which is the healer, is also probably not a good one to play right now. Shuffle one of your face-up cards, except for this one. along with up to 2 of your hidden cards, and rearrange them in a hidden position so that the placement of cards are the same as before. Then activate another card. So this one is also going to require me to play another card. So with number 1, I get to look at another one of my cards and activate another card. With number 3, I get to shuffle one of my exposed cards, or my face-up cards, I guess is what they call it. But I don't have any. So I think the choice is clear. We're going to go ahead and play number 1. And where you place them might be important depending on the card. There are cards, I know there's a card that says you can reveal a card of your opponents in the same column. So if I place it here, that would be that column. But if I place it here, it would be these 2 cards because they're in the same column. But this one, I don't think it matters. But it kind of does matter because if I put it here, then I cannot put that other card here to reveal these cards. But at this point, I don't have a lot of information, and I probably won't since my memory is terrible. I probably will never have enough information. But in any case, so I get to privately look at another card, and then I get to activate it. So I know I don't want to look at the ace again. So let's just take a look at this one and see what it is. It is an 8, and because I have to activate another card, I might as well activate it. By the way, when you activate a card, you're supposed to tap them, if you use Magic the Gathering terms, but I believe the term here is rest. Now, after we do this part of the turn, we get a cooldown where you untap or bring back from rest, set upright the cards that you have that are rested, except for the ones you played in this turn, which makes it really complicated if you don't somehow mark them. So what I do, and of course first turn is not a big deal, what I do is I kind of incline them, but I don't completely tap them. You'll see and understand later, and you can use this if you want, or if you are good at remembering, unlike me, then use whatever method you like. So I'm going to activate the 8 because I kind of know what the 8 does, and I think it's okay to play it now. And so let's go to the player 8 and find out what the Berserker does in this variant. So your opponent must reveal one of their hidden cards in a row that is furthest to you. Then change all of your opponent's revealed cards to rested. So that would be one of these cards. And of course, my opponent hasn't looked at any of his cards, so he's just going to have to randomly pick one. So he'll just pick this one, I guess. Oh, and he revealed the A, which is actually kind of good for him because now he knows where his A is in case he has to protect his Illusionist. And then we rest all of our opponent's cards, which will only be that one because that would be the only one. Alright, so that's the end of the first player's turn, and at the end of the turn I go ahead and I rest the cards that I activated, but of course before I rested them I would have untapped any cards that were played the previous turn. Alright, so we're going to our player 2, who is going to take a look at one of his cards. Sure, this one, okay, that's a 3, that's the healer. And then he's going to play one of his cards. Let's see. Oh, he also has his Illusionist in hand. Very nice. Okay. So we could use we know this one lets me look at another card and activate another card. So I guess we'll do that as well. That way we'll let our friend know we have the same card as you. And I don't think it matters. I don't want to put it, well, actually maybe here because he's already revealed one of the cards there. And then I'm going to incline it a bit to indicate that I'm using it, and it lets me look at another one of my cards, which I already forgot which ones I looked at. But okay, so that's a 4, and then I can decide whether I want to play that 4 or I want to play my 2. I definitely don't want to play my Illusionist because I don't want to let them know that it's I don't want to have to reveal it. So I did number 1, and then I have to pick between, what was it, a 4 or a 2. Alright, so the Bard says select one of your opponent's revealed cards and change it to rested, then activate another card. So we could tap my opponent's hand cards, but they're all tapped anyways, so that's probably not good. And then the Monk says reveal one of your opponent's hidden cards in their front row. So I think, even though that would mean revealing a card from my table, I do want to start getting his cards revealed. So we will reveal this card, and when you play a card from your hand to activate it, it goes on your exposed area. But if you play them from here, and you saw that happen before, you don't move them. They stay in the position where they were first revealed at. So I'm going to go ahead and reveal one of these cards, and I don't know, let's go for this one, I guess. The downside to it is that now he kind of has that card available, you know, I already know, player 2 already knows that what it is, so he might as well just use it instead of having to expose or reveal more cards. But in any case, he did that, and then, see, now this is where it comes into play. I know that these 2 cards I used this turn. Maybe if I was playing with somebody else, it'd be easier to remember, but because I'm going back and forth, to me it's hard to keep track of which ones did I play this turn, which ones did I play the turn before. But now I know that the one that's rested is going to come up, and the ones that are half rested need to be completely rested because I used them this turn. And his turn is over, so we go back to player 1's turn, and player 1 can look at one of his hidden cards, so he's going to look at his 6. And then, yeah, this guy, we just read about him. We can activate him to rest one of the opponent's cards. The only one that we could rest would be the A, but that means that I'm forcing my opponent to reveal another card next turn because all of the cards that he could activate are going to be resting, so he won't be able to activate them. So, and then I get to activate another card, and well, now I'm going to have to reveal a card. So we'll reveal the 3, and let's take a look at what it does. I think we've seen it before, but I'm not quite sure, maybe not. So it's shuffle one of your face-up cards except for this one with up to 2 of your hidden cards and rearrange them. So we can, I cannot get this one going, but I could use one of these maybe, or even this one. I think I like the Berserker because he rests all the cards, so I don't know that I want to hide it. True. I do have to activate another card, so maybe I'll take the 1 and we'll just take 2 cards that are hidden and then shuffle. I could also like have taken the 1 in my hand, but of course I know that's the Illusionist. I'd rather keep it in my hand. So then we are going to do that. And when a card becomes hidden here, it goes automatically to our hand. So that card is now back. And now I get to activate another card. So my choices are the 3 or the 7 because I don't want to show my Illusionist if I don't have to. And I must have done it wrong because I wasn't supposed to mess with the healer. Right, I did, didn't I? I messed up, I used the 6. So what I'll do is, this shouldn't, it did because it's in a different place, but they're both revealed, and that's the one I wasn't supposed to shuffle in with the reveal cards. So let's say that that was the one that came up. And this one is the one that's activated. This one is the one that I could use again, but it's gonna make me activate yet another card. Now, what was the this guy's ability? So the Bard is the one that taps one of my opponent's cards, but there's nothing to be tapped. So our other option is to play the Archer, which I guess we'll do. With a piercing arrow, reveal one of your opponent's hidden cards in their hand. So I'll tap this, and hopefully I didn't mess up, and then we'll just reveal this one. Oh, well, okay, so I should have probably shuffled. The game does say, okay, fine. The game does say that before you take one, again, my memory. Before someone's going to take something from your hand, you can shuffle. But, okay, so it's the same one. Perfect. So now that it's revealed, the opponent has to save his Illusionist. And the only way that he can do that is by discarding his ace, which I guess he will. So the ace gets discarded. We'll just, I don't know, we'll put it off camera, I guess, for now. And his Illusionist is safe for now, but now I know where it is, even though it's going to go back to where it was hidden. So it'll go back to his hand, and of course, but I know, player 1 knows that it's one of those 2 cards. So I should probably try to make sure that I'm dealing with those cards. And do I get to activate another card? I think I do. Okay, so I don't. That was the Archer, so he comes in and he's half tapped, so I don't get him confused. And I don't get to activate another one, so this guy is the one that's going to be completely resting because I used it this turn. Didn't I use this guy this? Yeah, no, because I didn't use him this turn. I used him last turn, and these guys are all tapped. This guy I used last turn. That's right. Yes, playing this one game on my own is probably the toughest one out of the 3 variants, but we're gonna do it. Alright, so now it's player 2's turn. He gets to look at another one of his cards. I don't even remember if I looked at this already, but there he is, the Berserker. And then he has to play a card, activate a card, and all of his cards are tapped. So of course not the Illusionist. He could do the Bard, and I guess he will. He'll tap one of the opponent's cards, which we're gonna tap this one so that he is forced to do what I did and reveal a card. But then of course this makes me activate another card, and I have no idea. But I just saw the Berserker, but the Berserker's not gonna help us because the Berserker taps all of the opponent's cards and they're already all tapped. So I'm just gonna go randomly and hey, say I'm going to activate this one. I'm gonna reveal it. And what does this mage do? So the mage has a magic attack, reveal one of your opponent's hidden cards in their back row, which is great because nothing in the back row has been revealed. Now I know he looked at these two, I think, so might as well. Oh, there's the 8. I knew that, didn't I? Oh well, you know, I already warned you guys that my memory is horrible, especially if I'm doing all these other things. Anyways, so that was him. So these guys are resting and these guys are available for next turn. And the good thing is that the A really doesn't, like, it does have a power, and we'll look at it. In the meantime, player 1 can do some insight and just check out another card, which I don't know if he checked or not, but that's the 9. And then he can play a card. He doesn't want to play the Illusionist, obviously. So the choices are the A, the 9, or something that he doesn't remember or I don't remember. So the A says your opponent must reveal one of their hidden cards of their choice. And I think we're going to go for that. What's the 9? Assassin. Your opponent must reveal one of their hidden cards in their front or back row, declare any rank, so any number, and reveal the selected card. If the card you declared is a reveal card, activate this card's effect again. But since you know me and I don't remember anything, we'll just, also I don't want to reveal the 9, because the more cards I reveal, the easier it is for my opponent, player 2, to deduct where my Illusionist is. So he has to reveal any card of his choice. He doesn't want to reveal his hand, obviously, so he'll just reveal this one. I don't remember what it is. I think it's the healer. Okay, and that was his turn, so anything that was not used this turn gets untapped, and then the ace is resting. But the A can be used whether it's in rest position, upright position, hidden. So if my Illusionist is in trouble, the ace can still save me. Alright, so back to player 2, who's going to take a look at one of his cards. Did we look at this one? Well, that's the 5. I will forget in a second. And then he's got a couple of things that are open, so 1, 3, and 4. The 1 is going to let him look at another one of his cards and activate another card. The healer is going to let him shuffle one of his face-up cards with another 2 of his hidden cards. And then activate another one, and then the monk will reveal one of your opponent's hidden cards in the front row. So I think we'll use the healer first to go ahead and hide one of our cards, and why not? We'll hide the 6. And sure, I don't think it matters. I mean, it probably does matter. It doesn't matter when Annabelle's playing. And then we have to leave them the same as we found them, so like that. And then I get to activate another card, so we're going to activate, I believe it was this one, which is going to let me reveal one of these 2. So we'll reveal, I guess, this one, and it's a 9. And then whatever was completely rested comes up, and whatever was used this turn is resting now. Which means I have 2 cards that I can use, but those 2 cards I know will have me activate another card, so not the best. And I know one of these is the card that I just shuffled back in there. Alright, so same predicament here, I don't remember. So sure, let's take a look at that. I think I already saw that, but okay, a 5. And now I got a lot of options as to what card I want to use. I do think I will go for the Berserker because I know that that's going to tap all of his cards to force him to show me more. And he has to show me a card in the row that's furthest away from me. So I guess we'll say it's this one. Okay, there's a 9. And then all of my cards become rested. He's tough, that guy. And then this guy comes back up. This one is down. And you see, as the game progresses, you have no choice but to expose more and more cards, which, you know, then really complicates your ability to hide your Illusionist, and eventually the game will come to an end. But so far, nobody has revealed. I mean, we have revealed Illusionist, but player 2 was able to save him. Alright, so that was it for player 1. So we'll go to player 2, who can look at one of his cards, and that's a 5, okay? And then he's going to have to play something, so I'm guessing the 5 would be best than something that we don't know. But unfortunately, the fighter's ability is to reveal a card in the same column as this card, and all of the cards in that column have already been revealed. So if I use the 5 here, I would reveal one of these cards. They're all already up, so it's no use. So I'm just going to say, hey, how about I use you? I know it's not the Illusionist because the Illusionist is in my hand. And it's a 7. So let's hope the Archer, yeah, the Archer revealed one of your opponent's cards in their hand. And we know that the opponent's reveal card will be the Illusionist, but he also has an ace, so he'll discard it. So now they're both unprotected, and of course the Illusionist goes back to its hidden spot. So now both players know that the Illusionist is in each other's player's hand. So all they have to do is play the 7, which he's got, and there is no saving this guy next turn. So I should have thought of that, but I didn't. Anyways, he is done. And also there's really not much I could have done about it. I think this one also gets untapped. So with that said, I guess we'll take a look at a card. I know I've already seen this one, but do you really think I remember? I don't. And we're going to do that. We're going to reveal, and the Illusionist comes down. There is no ace. So what happens is that we've done it once. Player 1 has done it once, but he has to do it again. So the player whose card has been revealed needs to set up again, pretty much. And he does get his ace back as well. So let me go find his ace. There it is. So you know, it's kind of like he's starting from scratch, which is good and bad, I guess, because he's closer to losing, but also now his cards are all, you know, pretty much nobody knows, not even him knows what's out there. By the way, the game does suggest that you orient all of the backs of the cards in the same orientation, so that it's you don't inadvertently like give your opponent cues as, you know, oh well, the card that's upside down, I know that's a 9, I remember, so kind of like that. Anyways, so let's see, let's untap, let's tap, and we got a hole. So now you would think, you know, like all he's got to do is play the 7, but does he have a 7 in his hand? Because he knows that's the Illusionist. He does have a 7 in his hand. Perfect. So okay, so he's going to look at this one, and it's a 6, and then he'll play the 7 and say, hey, look, I want to see your hand. And we'll put his here. And of course, he is out of luck because he also lost his ace. So now he's in the same predicament, and the game is tied. He'll get his ace back, and yeah, let's go ahead and set him up again. And I'm not sure if we're supposed to cut the deck for this one too, but it's okay. I trust my shuffling skills. Like, I have no idea what is going on here. So, alrighty. And then for him, he's got his ace in his hand, which is great because he can protect his Illusionist. Alrighty. And then this guy is resting, and we go back to him. So he's going to start trying to figure out where the Illusionist is. Oh, well, there it is. Okay, so now he knows. Alrighty, and then he can play one of his cards. He's got the ace. You know what? I think I'm going to play the ace. Because that card functions no matter where. That way I'm not revealing much information. And he has to show me a card of his choice. So I'll show you this one because I'm about to play it anyways, I think. Alright, and then this one goes like that, and then we're looking for the Illusionist over here. Oh, we found it. Okay, so now we both know that our Illusionists are on the field. Of course, I know about both, but I will forget, hopefully soon. And can he play, can he use a 3? Yes, he can shuffle one of his reveal cards with 2, and I'll try. I should have probably shuffled in the Illusionist so that I don't know where it's at, but so that one, and this one is hidden, so it'll go back into his hand. So he's got the 7, which is great because if the Illusionist is in the other player's hand, he can just reveal one card from his hand with the 7. Okay, so this one gets tapped, and we go over here, and I know that my card is here, so let's reveal the 1. Okay, and now I'm going to play a card, and I got a 5 and a 6. So the 5 is the fighter with the piercing lance. Reveal one of your opponent's hidden cards in their front or back row, if in the same column as this card. Okay, I remember that. And then what was the other one? The 6, I think? Yes, it is the 6. Reveal one of your opponent's card in their back row. So I'm going to use the fighter because he is a little bit more limited on what he can show me. So we'll go here. We'll half tap it, and I want to see one of these. I know the other card I have reveals the back row, so let's reveal the front row. Oh, and there's the ace. Okay, and then this one goes up, and this one comes down, and now it's his turn. So he's going to take a look at one of his cards. It's a 4. He's going to use the ace to have him reveal whatever he wants to reveal. And sure, here you go. There's a card. And then this one comes up. This one comes down. We're back to our friend. He's just going to take a look at some of his cards. That's a 4. He's going to use the ace, to get something revealed. And I already forgot where his illusionist is, but I don't think it's here. Let's go this way, just in case. So, okay, there you go. You revealed a 5. And then this one is tapped. Okay, we'll go back to him. Let's take another look. Here's a 6, okay. And then he has to play a card, either the 3, the 5, and he's got a 7 and an 8 in his hand. 3, 5, 7, 8. I think the first thing we're going to do is use the healer because it'll let me hide cards and then activate another one. So I'll do that, and let's, oh, I don't think I want to hide the ace. Let's hide, sure. I don't want to reveal any more cards. So maybe, before I use the healer, let's see what 5, 7, and 8 are all about. Pretty sure I want to use the 7, but the fighter is the one that reveals things in the same column, which there's one that I could reveal, and then the 7 is the one that reveals something from their hand, and the 8 is the one that taps all their cards down, which might be good. Okay, maybe I'll do that one. Actually, you know what? Since I don't want to reveal any more cards, I'll just use this guy to show me this. And then we'll, no, not that. We'll untap, and then we'll tap. Right, because I don't want to show him my hand if I don't have to. At least for as long as I possibly can. Alrighty, so he's got a 6 in hand, and let's just take another look. That's an 8. Okay, now he's got a couple of choices. The 5 will let him reveal that and not have to show any more cards, so I think we'll go for that. And it's a 1, and then this one gets untapped, this one gets tapped. We go back to player 2. Alright, I'm hoping I'm not messing this up. I think I got it. Insight, we'll look at a card that we probably looked at before, and then we've got the ace. Sure, let's use the ace because we could actually use the... I don't want to have a lot of tapped cards for next turn because I want to have cards available to be able to play. So I'm just going to do the A, have him reveal something, whatever he wants to reveal to me. And does he want to reveal this 6 or a card here? I think he'll reveal the 6. There we go, sir. It's not in my hand. So now I know that the 7, also his 7 is now useless because he has nothing in his hand. And that was with the ace. Okay, so this one goes up. That one goes down. Go back to him. All his cards are on the table now. He'll use the A again. Let's just tap it halfway to reveal another card, and we'll tell him we have a 7 because we're not going to use it. I'm not sure if that's great because, yeah, because we're not going to use it, then might as well, here, have an 8. Okay, so we revealed the 8. And then this card goes up, this one goes down. We go back to him. He's going to take a look at another one of his cards. Okay, I'm sure we saw that before. And now we have a lot of cards, so but I don't think I need to look at my cards. I think I still know where my guy is, so it's all good. The 5 is now useless because all of the column has been rearranged. But what I can do is I can put the 5 somewhere else and then activate another card with my healer. So I'm going to tap my healer, and it's going to let me shuffle one of my face-up cards along with 2 of my hidden cards. So I know I want to move him to this side, so maybe over here. But then, of course, my illusionist is going away. I should have done that card, but it's okay. So there we go, and then I get to activate another card. And for my second card, I think I wanted to do the Berserker. So we'll half tap the Berserker for him to reveal another card, and it has to be one of these on the table. So here you go, and now everything gets tapped. That card is nasty, I'll tell you that, because now he's going to have to reveal something. All right, so the ace comes back up, but these 2 are now rested, and now player 1 can have some insight. I don't know, this one. That's probably not good because that card lets me activate another card. So I'm just going to say, hey, how about I activate this one? And it's a healer, which is great because I can put something back. What do I want to put back? Probably not the 6. The 5 would be great because, again, I need a different column, and this is the one that lets me see what's in this column. So I'll do that, and I guess we'll do it like, oh, where's my thing? I think it's here, but I don't remember, honestly. Okay, so, but maybe I'll get the 5 in my hand. Did I? Yes, I did. Okay, so I can have more flexibility of where to put him next time. And with all that said, everything gets untapped. Was this here or here? Good question, Annabelle. I think it was here. Okay, you do kind of need more space for this game than for the other 2 games, which is also something to consider. This one gets rested. Okay, now I get to look at one of my cards. Sure, what's this? That's a 6. And I have a 1 and I have an A. We'll go with the A. What is in my hand? A 7. I think the A. Just show me something. And he's going to show me this one. Okay. And then on tap. So player 1 is getting closer. There's only 3 cards that could actually be the Illusionist. Actually 4 if you count the one in his hand. Alright. So now we are going to take a look. It's a 7. And it's getting dangerous. My 3 is no longer around. Well, it is, but it's tapped or resting. I'm going to use my Bard to tap one of his cards, the Berserker, so he cannot completely untap me. Tap me and rest all my cards later. So, and I get to activate another card. And then with that in mind, maybe I can, well, there's only 2 cards I would tap if I use my own Berserker. I think instead I'm going to use the Monk to reveal one of these 3 cards, and there we go, we revealed that, although now I gave him something else to play. But it's okay, I'm getting ever closer to finding out where his card is. Okay, so, do we need the insight? It's not like I'm going to remember. And what do I want to play? What is the mage's ability? I think something in the back row gets revealed. So sure, we'll reveal something in the back row. It'll be the 1, because of course he doesn't, well, I actually didn't remember. I just grabbed whatever. But I think this is the Illusionist. Anyways, everything else gets untapped. This gets tapped. We go back to him. He better hurry. What is this one? That's a 7. Okay, so what are we gonna do? We want to tap him out, don't we? So let's use the Berserker, and he has to reveal one of the cards that is further away from me. So it'll be this one, and then everything gets tapped. Nasty, nasty. Okay, slow him down also a bit, and this gets untapped, untapped, tapped. Okay, here we go. Everything is tapped, unfortunately. What do I have in my a 7? Isn't that the one that reveals his card in his hand? Well, if we want to know what's in his hand, we might as well play that one, because everything else is tapped, and I don't want to reveal cards from here because it'll get him ever closer to finding out where my Illusionist is, which, by the way, I don't know where my Illusionist is. So maybe we'll look at a card. But then I'm kind of cheating. I won't. Okay, so reveal. That's revealed, and then everything gets untapped. This one gets tapped, untapped, untapped, untapped. Okay. I guess another way you can do it is tap this one first and then untap anything else that wasn't the one you just tapped. But what if you play multiple cards in the turn? Anyways, I'm thinking too much. Okay, 2 cards left. Luckily, he's got a bunch of things that he can play. And if he can reveal one of these 4 cards, he knows the Illusionist is not in this player 2's hand, so it's got to be one of these. So what, I don't want to use the A because I'll give him a choice, and he knows where the Illusionist is, or at least he thinks he should know, because I don't. Wow, I really don't. Alright, so let's try and reveal as many cards as we can. First, we're going to use our Bard to tap one of his cards, and we'll tap the Berserker so he cannot tap our cards. We get to activate another card. We'll use the Healer to put something back and a face-up card shuffled back in, and we'll do that one because it's rested, so I can't even use it. Of course, now I don't know where my Illusionist is. but neither does my opponent. He knows it's one of these three cards, obviously, and the other one is the one that we just shuffled in. And I do get to activate another card, so I think we'll do the Monk, which is going to let me look at one of the hidden cards in the front row. How about this one? Oh, there it is. But he does have his ace, so the ace just gets discarded and he gets to hide it. However, it stays hidden where it is, so I know that it's there. So if he doesn't move it, I know exactly where it is. Okay, so now everything that was played this turn gets tapped, and he gets to go again. And he's got to play either a 1, a 3, or a 6. I think the 3 is the one that lets him shuffle stuff back in. What's the 6? I think that he has to go for the healer. So he'll do the healer. He'll take this card and this card. And what does he want to put back? Maybe this one, so he can... actually, not this one, so that he can tap everybody's card later on. Because we are going to activate another card. Okay, so now my Illusionist is in one of those three. What else does he want to do? I think we're going to go for the Mage and figure out what this card is. And it's not the Illusionist, but at least we know that now. And then everything is tapped and tapped. And there might have been a better way for me to go about this. Don't judge me too much. I've only played a game. I think this is my second time. Alright, so we go back to him. He's got a couple of cards. But I think... that's not the Berserker. Where's the Berserker? He doesn't have it out. Okay. Because we want to try and figure out these three cards. I think we're going to use the Monk because I get to reveal... I think it was these three that he used, or was it these three? I know this one was definitely in the mix, but that wasn't it, unfortunately. So, better luck next time. And then boom. Okay, he's going to go again. And all he's got is the Archer, which is going to let him reveal cards from the opponent's player's hand, which is no use. And then the Monk, which reveals a card from the back row, which is no use. Actually, it's the front row, I just checked. Hidden a card in the front row. So that's really good. So, I don't know, we'll go for this one. And that's not it. Gosh, okay. He still has his ace though, so he's in a better position if he can find... But he only has one card left, so we know it's here. Whereas player 2 has 4 cards that are hidden. In any case, we didn't find it, so... Which one did I just use? The Monk. Okay, so the Monk is resting, everything else is untapped. Alright, we're back to over here. And we need to use our healer for sure, but... Yeah. So we're going to use our healer to hide something with this. We'll use this one since it's tapped and we can't use it. And so our Illusionist is a little bit better, a little bit more hidden. So you can use up to 2 cards that are hidden to shuffle that back in. And do I get to play another card with the healer? I think so. Yes, I do. And I know I want to play the Berserker. It says your opponent must reveal one of their hidden cards in the row that is furthest to you, and then change of your opponent's cards to rest it. So 1 or 2. Let's do this one, and it's not that one. And then everything is resting. So rest, rest, rest. Okay, so I think that was a good turn for player 1. All right, player 2 is gonna have to reveal something. To be able to play. So first he'll have some insight. What is this? That's a 5. The 5 is not good because it'll let him check out these cards that are already revealed. So I think that's the Illusionist. I could be wrong. Okay, I wasn't wrong. So it's the Berserker, so he'll activate it. The Berserker lets him check one of the cards in the row furthest to him, which won't matter. But everything gets tapped, which I'm glad because I forgot to tap the other guy. But nothing has been revealed, so a slow turn for player 2, and then everything gets untapped for him though, so he can have a better turn next time. We're going to go back to player 1, who now is going to have to reveal one of those cards, and he doesn't know which one is the Illusionist, so this could go very, very wrong, but he can have insight first. So that's the Illusionist, so of course he'll activate the Monk, which is going to let him reveal this guy, which is the Illusionist, and I think player 1, yeah, player 2 already lost his ace, so he can't save him. So he did it with the Monk. He revealed the card and was the winner because he got to do it twice. And you know, I don't know about that because it felt like he was winning and there was no, player 2 had no way of really catching up. I'm not sure. It could be that I'm not familiar with the game enough to actually strategize better, but you know, that was just from playing this one run through. Well guys, there you have it. That was a full run through of Clash of Corgis, the Capture the Illusionist variant. It's a fun little card game. I mean, I love that it gives you options to play in 3 different ways. If you've been with us and you've been watching all of the run through that we've been doing for the card game, then you can definitely pick your favorite. I think for me, probably Treasure Island was my favorite. It's just because I think it's easier to explain it to other players. The original is also good, but I do love that RPG feel of you're getting loot, you're accomplishing something. You know, I'm a very story-driven kind of person, so you can kind of create your own story of the party that you sent over to collect the loot and the victory. But this one was pretty cool. I think playing it with another player definitely is the way to go, because of course, with having all the information available, it complicates things a little bit. But I do think I do like the whole thing where you know what the illusionist is, but he may change, and now you no longer know. I mean, he is an illusionist, so it makes total sense that he would do that. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Thanks to Derek once again for sending me the game and letting me play it and letting me enjoy it. I really appreciate that. And join us on social media. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. And I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, may you play more games.